Are you doing?
Nothing special as usual at home.
Ah, yeah, well, like most of the world, unfortunately.
Yeah, what can we do?
Yeah, yeah. Well, my name is Rick, and what is your name?
Yeah, my name is Hassan.
Well, it's very nice to meet you today. I'm in the United States in Texas, and where are you at?
I am from India.
India, and that's where you are now?
Sorry, what did you say?
Are are you in India now?
Yeah, right now I'm in India.
Oh, okay. And what city are you from?
Yeah, I live in the Gujarat state, and in Gujarat I live in the small village.
Okay. Well, I see you've spent a little time on Cambly. How long have you been on Cambly now?
No, no, this is my first conversation on Cambly. So have you seen me on Cambly?
I don't think so, but I'm looking at your profile now. It says you've spent 269 minutes on Cambly, so a little while.
Okay.
So is there anything in particular you would like to work on today, or would you just like to have a conversation for a few minutes?
Yeah, I want to a little bit conversation from you, and even I want to know something about accent.
About accent.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, well, we can start out by maybe you could just tell me a little about yourself.
Yeah, as I told you, my name is Hassan. I am from India. I live in the Gujarat state, and I like travel. I like sports. I like gaming, and I like draw. I like listen music, and I also talk with. I also like talk with other countries people, like I am talking to you.
Mm.
Yeah.
Well, Cambly's great for that, for practicing your English, and
Yeah.
at least for me, meeting people from all over the world like you. That's very exciting for me.
Yeah, it's very exciting for also it's very for me.
Hmm. And how have you and your family been dealing with staying at home as much as you have to stay at home now? What sort of things do you do to occupy your time staying at home all this time?
Yeah, we are in these days we are not staying at home because situation is very under control over here, and we can go outside, and now everything is fine, and we can go everywhere. But before 2 months, the situation was very bad, and we have faced lots of problems. But now everything is fine.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Right. So you said you were interested in working on your accent. Is that correct?
Yeah, yeah, exactly.
Yeah, there's a couple of ways to approach this. Is actually, just from what I'm hearing, your English is probably at a higher level than most of the people I speak with on Cambly. You're probably at a high intermediate to low advanced level. And yeah, you do have somewhat of an accent, but I can still understand you perfectly. I mean, it's yeah, your accent is not to the point where I have trouble understanding you. But understand you still would like to reduce your accent some. So there's a couple of ways that I approach that when a student makes that request. Number one is pronunciation lessons. That always helps because as you know, a lot of the sounds in English are very similar, and a lot of students have difficulty make distinction between
Yeah.
similar. So I think pronunciation lessons always help. And then my second approach is when a student requests an accent reduction. I like you are from India. I'm teach right now. I have another regular student from China and Japan who are interested in the same thing, and I usually try to look into um, accent reduction techniques for that specific culture. That usually helps. Um, like it's already helped a lot with my Japanese students. So I like to take those two approaches. Is we do pronunciation lessons, and then I look into techniques for their specific culture. So in your case, it would be Indian, and I find videos for you to watch and to, to help with accent reduction, and exercises to do, and plus just regular pronunciation lessons. So that's my approach, and it has helped with a couple of my students. And if you would be interested in working with me in that regard, that would be my approach, and I'd be happy to work with you along those lines. So does that sound good to you?
Yeah. So now I want to know from you, like we are talking to each other. So you listen me, you listen my English. So I want to ask you something. I want to know that my English is enough for you or not. So can you tell me?
Uh, for for me personally, the fact that I can understand your English is enough for me. But the thing that why a lot of people want to reduce their accent is if you're going to, for instance, if you're going to be working for an American company or moving to America, sometimes an accent, um, employers sort of, are looked down on an accent, which is why maybe it's whether it's fair or not. I don't know. Maybe it's not fair, but uh, that's the way it is. It's like if you're going to work for an American company, an American employer, most American employers prefer um, not much of an accent. It's like if someone has a heavy accent, which you don't have a heavy accent, but if someone has a heavy accent, they have the impression they're going to have trouble communicating with customers or clients, which that's also understandable too. But um, yeah, so there's a practical reason employers want people to be able to communicate effectively with customers and clients, but there's also a bit of a bias there also. It's like well, we want we want our people to sound the same. So maybe that's the part of it is that's not so fair, but unfortunately that's the way it is, and not just in America, in the UK also. So that's why a lot of people prefer. But anyway, unfortunately we're almost out of time. It's going to cut us off here in about 30 seconds. But
Yeah.
yeah, it's been a pleasure to meet you. And if you would like to work with me in the future, I would be happy to help you with pronunciation, accent reduction, or any other aspect of English you'd like to work on.
Yeah. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Really nice to talk to you, and I will call you again. And thank you for
Thank you very much. It's been a pleasure to meet you.
yeah.
Goodbye. You have a nice day.
And